after that. Hello, Michelle Smallman, Chris Canty, Evan Cohen. With you, Steph Curry, MVP of the mini tournament. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today?
Good morning. I mean, Steph Curry out there trying to outscore the entire Global Stars team by himself.
That's right.
There's a little extra little spice at the end of that All-Star game with the current format. Like, it was clear that the Steph Curry OGs team had something to prove against the international players.
Trying to put on for a city.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I'm sad. I got to be honest.
Why?
I can't believe what has happened with the All-Star game. I mean, like, the format was definitely more competitive. There was definitely more of an effort. But I'm watching this last night, guys. I didn't know who was on what team. There were players on the like Rising Stars team that qualified that I'm like, who is that? I don't even know who that is. I mean, like, I hate to say that because by face, there were some guys I didn't recognize right away. I'm not going to sit here and lie. And I love the NBA. I watch the NBA all the time. You guys know that. And I'm very pro NBA. But I don't feel like the All-Star game is the place where I ask the question of, who is that? That's not the place for that. I'm just saying, just the whole thing, it's like you've done it to yourself. Right? The NBA players not giving max effort for all these years. And the All-Star game has caused Adam Silver to change the format, the commissioner of the league. They come up with this 4-team format, 3 All-Star teams, and then the Rising Stars team that wins. And that's what you have last night. You have massive intermissions in between the games. And it's just, it's kind of sad that that's what they've done to themselves here. I hate to say that, guys, but that's how I feel this morning.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you would like the NBA to have a more compelling product when it comes to the showcase of the game. The All-Star break is supposed to be a celebration of the game's biggest and brightest stars. Right. And it feels a bit anticlimactic when you get to the All-Star game on Sunday night. We all look forward to the three-point contest. We look forward to the dunk contest. The skill position contest has become a bit of a thing. By the way, Wemby and your boy Chris Paul embarrassed themselves in the skill position contest. Like that we'll get to that later. That deserves to be an unsportsmanlike moment of the day. But you're looking forward to this crescendo at the end of the All-Star weekend, and it falls flat every single year. Now, I'll give credit to the NBA for being able to have some level of awareness and trying to change it a little bit and tweaking it to try to find the right balance in terms of making it an entertainment product without it being too heavy of a lift for the players. But Adam Silver and the league need to continue to tinker, because it's clear that even though the format change is a step in the right direction, there's more work to be done.
There is, but I wonder if we're chasing something that we're never going to find. And by that, I mean, we keep having these conversations about NBA All-Star, about the Pro Bowl, things like that. And I wonder if it's ever going to be what it was back in the day. It just seems like the competition is not going to ever be the same as it was. And while I appreciate these leagues trying something new and trying to find that sweet spot and trying to find a compelling product, these guys care about protecting their bodies. These guys care about making sure that they're going to be fresh when it matters. And I just wonder if we're ever going to get that feeling that we're looking for, where it's something that is really going to be competitive enough for us and entertaining enough for us.
Well, there's certainly positives, right? Like, if you just think about any entertainment, any content product, you have national TV, you have national radio, you have multiple days, and you have tons of sponsorships. So if you just look at it from that perspective, like, a lot of people out there would sign up for that. But, and I hate to pinpoint one person on this, but if we are going to say over the last 10 to 20 years of the NBA, who's the most influential, important player in this league over the last 10 to 20 years, I would say it's LeBron James.
It's not even a question.
And I think from countless positives, how he acts, how he carries himself, the family man that he is, the businessman he is, his level of intelligence, how much he has impacted the game, where guys after the games want to put on a suit and tie and go into a boardroom and meet with the CEO and get that meeting and handle themselves beautifully. Like, that's the positive of LeBron James. Forget the basketball. He's unbelievable at that. But, like, so many positives. But if we're going to be fair, the dunk contest is not the same because of him, and the All-Star game is not the same because of him. And what I mean by that is everybody in his role before him, from Kobe Bryant, Vince Carter, Michael Jordan, Dr. J, all the most athletic player, face of the leagues, all did the dunk. He didn't. LeBron James has capitalized on the friendship era of the NBA, which means let's have fun as much as possible with people we like. That's great. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant were in the rivalry era of the NBA, which included the All-Star game. He is the most influential person in this league, and he has influenced the league where the All-Star weekend is no longer something of importance relative to competition. And I'm not trying to put it all on him, guys, but for me, that's the way I look at it with LeBron James specifically.
So you're saying LeBron James has ruined basketball?
That's not what I said in any way, shape, or form.
I'm just trying to pare it down.
Not in any way, shape, or form did I just say that.
What are you saying?
I thought I was pretty clear. LeBron James has helped hurt All-Star Weekend because he does not participate in the dunk contest or never did. So anyone after him never thought that they had to because it wasn't like this rite of passage. And he's never really been overly competitive in the All-Star game like his predecessors were. And then last night doesn't play and doesn't give them a heads up on not playing. So there was no replacement. And then I know, Cece, you were annoyed a little bit with the idea that he's taking the pictures and doesn't even put on the uniform last night.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of him walking out with the All-Star game players on the podium and being announced, and he's in street clothes. Bro, if you're not going to play in the game, you don't need to be announced at the All-Star game. We understand that you made it All-Star team. Congratulations. And I get that there's a part of this that's perfunctory because you want the acknowledgement, and this is such a routine for you. But if you're not going to play in the game, step aside, let somebody else step on the podium.
Right.
Like, if you're not going to be a warm body that's out there running up and down the court, let somebody else get announced. That you don't need to do that. That's beneath you if you're LeBron. So that's the part that rubbed me the wrong way. But when it comes to the overall state of the NBA, I think that the All-Star game is supposed to be one of the opportunities the league has to build the anticipation for the second half of the season. And it just doesn't do that, right? When we get around the All-Star weekend, we talk about who's on the All-Star team. We talk about the speculation about who could be joining who this coming summer.
Yeah.
We get into all of those things that are ahead of time, but it doesn't feel like there's an excitement or anticipation for the game, even though they keep changing the format. And something has to change about that because, like Evan said, the NBA is a product, and you do have sponsors that pay a great deal of money to put their name, to put their signage around NBA All-Star Weekend. And the last thing you want to do as the NBA is to have such a subpar product to disrupt any of it.
For sure. And it should be something that we circle as appointment television, that we can't wait to see all these stars play together. And I completely understand where you're coming from, Evan, on LeBron James, the biggest star in the league, and the residual effect of him not participating. And that makes us arrive where we are today. But I also think, for everything LeBron has been and everything he still currently is, he's 40 years old. At this stage in his career, if you're still relying on LeBron James to make All-Star Weekend interesting, if his influence is so profound that him not playing in the game is going to ruin the product, that to me speaks to the league and the star power that the league has as a whole. And again, I